okay. Here's my other speech. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 6 extra ones. Okay. Okay. What is the toughest physical obstacle that y'all have had to go through? For some of us, a trip to the dentist or even a broken bone may rank number 1 on our list. For others, however, maybe a tragic accident has left one permanently damaged or even paralyzed. If you set all your struggles up to Nick Bucci's, however, they probably pale in comparison. Nick was born with a bewildering condition that rendered him without any arms or legs. Just try and picture for a moment your day-to-day life without any limbs. It seems pretty hopeless to me. However, Nick has managed to turn his struggle into a positive experience and helped to instill courage and hope to all of the people that surrounded him. Nick now presents speeches all over the globe to all different types of audiences. In one of his speeches, he said, "Being tough isn't teasing other people. Being tough is going up to those you tease and saying you're sorry." This comes from one of his most famous speeches that he delivered to a classroom in California, and it left a positive impact on all of those who heard it. One may wonder how someone with such negative consequences can have such a positive outcome in life. But it wasn't all smiles for Nick. Nick was born in Melbourne, Australia. When his mother gave birth to him, she didn't realize that Nick was going to be any different than any other kid. The sonogram never revealed any deformities or anything that would make her realize that the birth was going to be difficult. Nick has 2 siblings, a brother and a sister, and both of them are normal. So you can imagine the confusion a small child goes through growing up when his brother and sister are out there swimming and riding a bike and he can't even move. But besides dealing with the physical obstacles of his life, he also dealt with some pretty dark demons. After years of bullying, Nick confessed that he had fallen into severe depression and even tried to commit suicide by drowning himself in his bathtub. However, his parents' affection and his faith in God helped him turn his life around. By the age of 19, he was already public speaking and telling his story to all those who would hear it. Besides his public speaking, he has even started a nonprofit organization entitled Life Without Limbs. For all this information and more, you can find it at lifewithoutlimbs.org. All of Nick's speeches are positive experiences, but his speech, Love Without Limits, really created a big impression on his audience. At the end of Nick's speech, he stated that out of all of the 600 schools he gave his speech to, only one of them replied saying that bullying was completely wiped out in their school. Now, some people may look at this and see it as a failure, but people like me and Nick realize that it's actually a big success. Although those other 599 schools still had traces of bullying in their hallways, if you could even impact one person, one bully's mind, it will benefit the whole world exponentially. If you just change one person's actions, you don't know how many other people it can affect, kind of like paying it forward. Nick knows that his speeches won't change everyone in the audience. It may only change a handful, but all of the responses from people watching his videos and his letters that he gets afterwards, you know that he's making them think twice about their actions, and that's all that you can really ask for. When someone or something changes a person for the better, just a single person, it also changes the world. When choosing a topic for this speech, I try to think of all the people that presented good talks that changed people's lives, that helped change the world. The first that came to mind were political figures, presidents, and spiritual leaders. And although all of those would have been great choices, I couldn't help thinking that, yes, those changed the world, but they didn't just change my individual world. However, all of them great, they didn't affect the lifetime I was living in now. That's why I chose to speak about Nick rather than Gandhi or someone like Abraham Lincoln. He has helped many people dealing with the issues that young people face today. Nick says it in his speech that, as human beings, We all want and feel the need for love. And that is what our bullying comes down to. That everyone has bullied someone before, and it is all because their lack of love for themselves. And that is what his speeches promote, love. Do any of y'all have any questions?
Is Nick married?
Is Nick married? Yeah, he is actually married.
Does he have any children?
I think the wife is pregnant right now. So that's exciting.
Does he give speeches around the world?
Yes, he just gives speeches around the world, different countries.
What kind of activities does he like to do? Or, like, can he do a lot of activities?
Yes, there's a video of him swimming, actually, and I think he rides on a skateboard
Ooh.
if he's pushed, I think. But I know he does a lot of things. He can, like, walk around like this. With his little, he has a little arm that he walks around with, a little foot.
Where did you hear about him?
I actually heard about him by just going through different YouTube videos. I found him inspirational speaking. Yep, pretty cool. Is that it? Okay. Well, I'm glad that I got to talk to all of y'all about Nick, and I know that he inspired me, so hopefully he inspired y'all too. Thank you.